Hello and welcome back to the channel. The family and I are going to be leaving town tomorrow morning to go on vacation for the first time this year, for the first time in a long time. And while the batteries and devices have definitely gotten a lot better, they're still not perfect, and there's still going to be those occasional days where you've got a lot of really heavy usage, you're away from a plug for a long period of time. So a few weeks back, honestly entirely too many weeks back, ZeroLemon reached out and offered to send me this guy. This is their 4500 milliamp hour battery case for the iPhone 11, or as you can see up here, the iPhone XR as well. So I thought I would give this a look, and just so it's not just about this one thing. I also picked up this battery pack for the trip. This is a PowerAdd 26,800 milliamp hour battery. Has two USB-C outputs, as you can see, two USB-A outputs. And one of the main reasons I picked this up, because I paid for this out of pocket, was this is supposed to be able to do 100 watts output, meaning if I had to take my work laptop with me, this would be able to charge it while I'm out and about. If I go to the beach or something and I want to have my laptop, I could technically do that with this. Anyway, onto the phone battery case. Now this is available over on Amazon for $25, and in my opinion, at that price, as long as it charges the phone and provides a little bit of protection, I'm good with that. Inside of the package, a little bit of documentation, instruction manual, as well as the phone case itself. You can see installation. Bend the top of the case and put the phone in, slide it in and ensure that the phone charging port is secured. Disassembly, bend the soft plastic top, slide out the phone. Do not take out the phone at a big bend angle so you don't damage this connector. And some of the stuff down here, kind of interesting. Capacity, 4,500 milliamp hours. Input charging, 5 volts at 1.5 amps. Output, 5 volt, 1.5 amp. Wireless charging supported. So you will not be getting fast charging with this, which is a little bit of a bummer, but oh well, it is what it is. And I'm just noticing, apologies if I'm out of focus in any way, or if there's banding and flickering here in the background. Still getting used to this. I've switched my primary camera for the time being over to the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K with a Panasonic 20mm f1.7 lens that I used to use a long time ago with my Panasonic G7. So there's no continuous autofocus on this, but the picture quality, just looking in the monitor, the big monitor I've got here, looks good. Looks like my little stubbles here are in focus. But if there's any real problem with the video coming out of this, you can thoroughly blame Gary over the Everyday Dad. I saw him posting about it and I realized that I'd never actually tried it as a talking head camera, so I wanted to give it a shot. So I guess let's go ahead and take this phone out, give it a shot in this case. Sorry, this video is kind of all over the place. So we will bend this down a little bit, get the phone lined up, and slide it in. It did make contact there, and we should be able to just pull this over. I am immediately noticing there is a very light lip around the edges, and it does completely cover the top of the phone. The notification toggle here is accessible. Volume buttons are working. Power button is working. Just did a quick test, and the lightning port on the bottom, it's a lightning port, and it does work. As you can probably see right there, it is not currently charging the phone, but here on the back it says, press power button to turn on, hold power button for 3 seconds to turn off. So press, you can see there's 3 lights there and it did just buzz, and it does say the phone is charging right now. So you have 3 out of the 4 LEDs lit up at the moment. And of course I can't provide any long-term thoughts and opinions on this, but I will be taking it with me on the trip, trying it out and just giving sort of status updates, and we'll wrap it up maybe while we're on the trip. Now in terms of this other guy, the PowerAdd battery. Inside of the box, you get the battery, and it's a big chunky boy. PowerAdd. There's your power button. Press on the side. It says 07, 15 watt and 18 watt output, PD 100 watt in and out, PD 60 watt out. And it actually mentions that this surface is tempered glass. Clean the surface with a cleaning cloth, peel off the mask with this sticker. And there's all the inputs and outputs and everything. So if you'd like to know exactly how all of the ports work, that's it. Give it a quick try with this cable and see if it works. So I plugged in, it says 07. Plug into the battery case on the phone, and it is flashing right here, so it is definitely charging the phone case using the new battery. So with this, I should be able to walk around the beach all day long with no issues, other than it probably being heavy and getting too hot. Other than that, inside of the box, there's a USB-C to USB-C cable and documentation. That's about it. This is gonna be a chunky boy to take on vacation. But anyway, we will be back after I've used this for a little bit of time. We'll tell you how the case did, we'll tell you how the battery did, and wrap the video up. And we're back. It is currently Thursday, which means that I am about 4 days into our vacation. I did bring the ZeroLemon case along with me, as well as this PowerAdd gigantic battery. As you can probably see, I am down here by the beach, just sitting on the little walkway pier type thing. And I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on how things are going with these devices. So for the phone case, I'm actually really impressed with it. The one sort of complaint that I've had, and that my mom had because we tried it on her phone as well, it's big, it's bulky, it's heavy. Other than that, it has been excellent. Cannot complain in the slightest. Push one button, it starts charging your phone. It lasts for hours. And to be entirely honest, even though you're seeing a little bit of sunshine hit me right now, we haven't had a whole lot of sunshine since we've been here. We've had a lot of rain. So there's been a lot of sitting around in the room, but heavy phone usage, and this has kept my phone topped up. I have the iPhone 11, my mom has the iPhone XR, and little known to me, they're actually exactly the same size, so she was able to use this on her phone as well. I won't say that it charges super fast, because 5 volts at 1.5 amps is not blazingly fast. There's a plane going overhead. One thing I was really impressed with, as I mentioned earlier, this does work with wireless charging, but not only does it work with wireless charging, it charges wirelessly. So at the end of the evening or whenever the battery depletes on this, I can take it off and put it alone on the wireless charger, put my phone on it separately, and both of them top up overnight, which is awesome. Or you can put them together and stick them on there and they both charge at the same time, although I'm sure that that's at a much decreased rate, so I've been splitting them up. I have 3 separate wireless charging pads with me. And at 25 bucks, if you have an iPhone 11, this is definitely a must-have if you do any sort of traveling. I know with the virus and everything, we have not been traveling a lot, but if you do and when you do, this is definitely a great add-on. Planes, left, right, and center. The other device, the other thing to talk about here, the PowerAdd battery pack. As I mentioned before, it is gigantic, it is absolutely massive. However, USB PD output, I have my MacBook Air with me. I edited the last video that I made while I was here on the MacBook Air while charging using this, and it kept me topped up, no problems. Charged my iPad Pro with it, charged other devices with it, and it just keeps right on going. I did manage to take it with the MacBook Air from 100 down to about 60% in the course of about an hour and a half, but that's pretty impressive. This, however, is significantly more expensive. This was like $90, so I would only go for something like this if you need that 100 watts of PD output, something like the MacBook Pro 16-inch that just came out. Beyond that, there's so many other batteries that are better form factor, that are much, much cheaper, so I would say this is a very special use kind of thing. So I think that's where we'll wrap things up for today. It's getting a little more crowded. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you have not already, and hit the bell to get notified. We'll see you again next time.